All right, it is 7:20. I will call the October 3rd, 2022 Select Board meeting to order, and we will start with the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, liberty, justice for all. All right, moving on. We don't have any amendments on the agenda. So moving on to the minutes, 4.1, the minutes from September 26th. Do I have a motion to accept? Moved by Karen. Do I have a second? Seconded by 4. Any discussion on the minutes?
It looked good to me.
Yep. Good to me. All those in favor of approving the minutes from September 26th? All right, passes 5-0. All right, moving on to item number 5, public comments not on the agenda. Do you have anyone with public comment not on the agenda? Okay, none will move on. Move on to 7.1, authorize the town manager to engage audit services.
Yes, so we are hoping to, I'm hoping to get authorization from the board to move forward with William Brewer, who we've had our audit process managed by for the last 2 years. And by signing off on this, we can then schedule a time to bring them in, and I'll keep everybody posted on when we have to close the office for that, or if we have to do. So, are there any questions with the contractor set around?
Do we have any leverage about timing and actually having a timely result? I mean,
I can ask,
it just, I mean, I know the world's been weird,
It
but
could have been a one-off, you know.
yeah, but yeah, I mean, a pandemic is probably a factor, but it's just, it got so late that it's not, you know, it's not useful. I mean, obviously we still need to do it, but having it when we're, you know, we're not 2 years behind and with actual numbers would be good. So I don't know if there's, you know,
I can absolutely ask and just say, is there any chance we can have this due before our annual report comes out so that we can include?
yeah, I
statement
mean,
in our-
I don't know if we can put something in the agreement, even, you know, obviously not much leverage if we don't get it, but just it would be, yeah, I think it would be good to have it more time.
Generally, when is, it's been weird the last couple of years. When's the audit usually done? Do we know?
Last year it was October, the year before that it was November. So once I have this, I'll call them and schedule it as soon as they can make it over.
Okay, it's not that the actual audit got pushed off. It's just that the report was really slow.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, no, and they've been doing it. I think they've been doing a good job. I have no issue with their.
I don't know if we actually need to.
Yes, just authorize me to sign it.
So do I have a motion to authorize the town manager to engage services?
So moved.
Right, moved by Cor, second by Rob, all those in favor? Right, 5-0. All right, moving on to 7.2, approval of vendor application for Pumpkin Fest, Betsy's Fancy Fudge, Betsy's Fancy Fudge.
Yes, we received one vendor application this year for Pumpkin Fest. They're hoping to park at 71 Main, which is in front of Beltone, with a fudge station. Beltone is what I just looked up.
It's the little cape.
Competition.
Yeah, the little cape right before
Oh,
the
sure, yeah. Across from
across from
Chuck Station.
Chuck Station. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's great.
Okay.
Do I have? I was just looking. We do actually have a form for this. I thought we didn't need this for anything that was less than, it was like not a semi-permanent thing, but let's go with it. This is great. It's nice to know what's going on. So do I have a motion to accept the vendor application for Pumpkin Fest? Moved by Karen. Do I have a second? Yeah, you're all about the sweets.
Yeah.
That's good. Any
Chocolate or Panucci?
any further discussion about the application.
The first.
No further discussion. All those in favor? All right, that passes 5-0. All right, and moving on to 7.3, we have an appointment of Leonardo M. De Azevedo. I apologize for not pronouncing the name correctly. To the Appeals Board, term expiration date June 30th, 2023. Do I have a motion? Moved by Rob. Do I have a second? Seconded by Tor. Is there any discussion on this one?
That just completes it, right?
Correct. Yep, that's our 5th member. So we're fully stocked.
So these are these 1-year appointments?
They're typically 3-year appointments. He's fulfilling someone who is not on the appeals board anymore,
Okay,
that we need to fill out the remainder of their term.
for everyone watching. All right, all those in favor? All right, that passes 5-0 as well. Moving on to item number 8, the town manager's report, and I'll turn it over to our town manager.
Okay, so construction began today on Station Road and is expected to last about 4 weeks. So please expect the road to be closed to through traffic. It'll be posted on each end if you forget. Local traffic can use the road to access homes. That we got a call from the church today. They also are considered local traffic, so people will be able to go. Hours of work will be from about 7:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. with some exceptions possible due to weather. The road will be fully open each night with no restrictions. The work, as we discussed during the budget process, to be performed will consist of ditching, culvert replacement, stump removal, ledge removal as needed, large culvert approach cleaning, reclaiming, grading, and base pavement installation. We'll keep posting updates on the town website as this continues. So if you're looking for further information, go ahead and check there. As you all know, because you're here tonight, the regularly scheduled select board meeting is canceled. So the next time we'll meet is October 24th. Taxes, biannual tax payments were due today. They can be mailed or dropped off at town hall in person. Late tax payments have an interest rate of 6%. Absentee ballot requests for the November 8th election are due November 3rd by close of business. To request a ballot, you can either visit the town's website, which will redirect you to the state's platform, or you can visit town hall during regular business hours to get a ballot. Town offices will be closed on October 10th in observance of Indigenous Peoples' Day, and then October 11th and 12th for staff election training. Will tentatively be closed October 17th through the 20th for repairs to town office that were approved through our ARPA budget. Pending guidance from the Secretary of State's office, we're making sure that we are able to close while we're in the midst of election season. So I'll post an update about that on the town's website once we hear back from them. You can still drop off tax payments in our Dropbox if we are closed, and request absentee ballots online. I got our alewife season report back from Jim Brinkler, who let us know that the total number of alewives released into Damascotta Lake this year was 1,103,346. There's no estimate yet on replacing the large walkway bridge, and we're still waiting on an engineering report for that. As you all know, Pumpkin Fest is this weekend. So there will be a shuttle from Lincoln Academy, Great Salt Bay, and the Damascotta Municipal Parking Lot on Saturday and Sunday from 9:30 to 5, running regularly. The parade is Saturday at 2 and the regatta is Sunday at 12. For a full itinerary of Pumpkin Fest events, you can check out damascottapumpkinfest.com. And we're closing down Glidden and Pump for parking for people that try to park on that. So we're putting up signage again, like we did last year. It seemed to work.
Great.
So
I have a question.
Yeah.
The interest rate for late tax payments, how do we adjust that? How does it get adjusted?
We adjust it through the budget process every year.
Yeah.
So this is the same that it was last year. We didn't end up adjusting it.
It's not an item, warrant item in the
part of
town,
it, yeah.
town.
It's
Town
a
meeting.
warrant, okay.
Yeah, and just to piggyback on your ALY thing, I talked to Mark Becker, our fish agent, the two towns, and another builder. He's looked at we do have some engineering for the bridge, for the replacement bridge, and we've just sort of looked it over briefly together. We're gonna go out to the site together and go over it, sort of put together a materials list and get some ideas on cost and things like that. Try and get that going. But again, this is all very early, but we're hoping maybe getting through this next spring and waiting until August, trying to get work started on the bridge replacement in August, so that there's time to get everything completed before. That's the plan. That's the plan. But there's some carpentry work, so the new bridge is gonna be constructed of wood instead of the I-beams that are currently there. And supports in the pools, I think are pretty much taken care of. We already have all of the points for that. There is some concrete work down at the bottom to help pull all that stuff back. That big bridge. It's a pretty large bridge. Steel for the railings. A few logistics to work out, but it was something that wasn't worth trying to push this year. Plus, it's hard to get someone to pour concrete right now. I tell you from.
Yeah.
So, but that's the plan. So we'll keep preparing. But we should have some actual ballpark numbers to sort of throw around. Believe the discussion was a third, the cost of this. So third from Newcastle's, again, all this money comes from the AY fund, so it's all from the harvest. It's not raising taxes. And yeah, so Newcastle will pay a third, Noel will pay a third, and then the fish ladder
Organization, whatever.
organization, the nonprofit would put in the other. So that's what, so we have to kind of have something to discuss as far as numbers go.
The net amount collected, by the way, for Alewives this year was approximately 35,000.
Yeah.
Net. And then I should have mentioned also for Pumpkin Fest, we are going to be closing off Main Street during the parade. So it'll be from the intersection down our Main Street intersection.
They're gonna stop people from getting off of Route 1 this time though, I think.
Yes.
Because in the past they haven't, and it's just back way up. So, yeah, that'd be better.
All right.
And we don't have a warrant this week. We did not receive enough invoices to justify the staff time to warrant a warrant for this week. So we'll have probably a pretty sizable one.
All right, so moving on to item 10, adjournment of the meeting. Do I have a motion to adjourn the meeting?
So moved.
Moved by Tor. Do I have a second?
Tom.
Second by Tom. Any further discussion? All those in favor?
Hey,
Passes 5-0.
wow, 2 meetings, 34 minutes.